Hi, this is Mariel Watt, archivist and curator of the 390th Memorial Museum. This tutorial is focused exclusively on our archival catalog. Let me start by showing you how to perform a basic search in our collections portal. There's another tutorial that will show you more in depth about this, but I just wanted to recommend that you start any search in our collections portal. I have entered the keyword Kima, which is a 390th veteran member's last name. You can see that there's nothing coming up in the object catalog. If I click on the Library and Archive tab here, you'll see that there are several records listed that have the keyword Kima in it. You can actually click Search the Archive Catalog and use all the features of the archival catalog within the collections portal. However, I find it's a little bit simpler, and I get a wider screen, to just use the archival catalog. So if I already know that's the only thing I want to search, I can go to our web page, research, use the drop-down menu to hit archive. This page will tell you a little bit about the history of our archive. Select Visit the Archive, and now we just get the archival homepage. You can, of course, perform a keyword search and get a number of results. You can use this home to always go back to the beginning search page. However, I'd like to focus for a couple minutes on some of the other features available in our catalog. So if I just want to browse through the archival collections, there are several ways that we have created for you to do that. You can click on the Hot Topics button. This will bring up some popular search topics. I'm going to select B-17 bomber as my example. And you can see here that this has brought up 69 records that have the keyword B-17 bomber in them. You will notice that most of these are going to say file. You may occasionally see series under a record or collection, which I'll show you a little bit later. I'm going to go back to my home button. If I click newly processed materials, I'm actually going to get search results for all of the items that have been added to the catalog in the last 90 days. I actually love this feature because it allows a user to quickly see anything new that we've added to the museum, new collections, new items that we've gotten. So I think that's a lot of fun. You can also click this Browse Subjects button. This will bring up a rather extensive list of all the subjects that have been programmed into the catalog. You can see aerial photography is pretty popular. There are 58 records with the keyword aerial photography in it. So if you select that, you'll be able to browse through everything that has aerial photography. Going back to our home screen again, you can browse the creators. This works exactly like browsing subjects. One thing to keep in mind is that creators is a term we use in archives instead of authors, primarily because many of these items were things like photo albums that were assembled and unpublished material. So moving back to our home screen, I also want to draw your attention to this Core Collections. If you hit this arrow, it's going to expand a menu. it's going to bring up the finding aids. So the entire collection of the crew photos collection, the nose art photo collection, and our photographs by Alpha. The crew photos was a collection put together by museum volunteers of a variety of crews that served in the 390th. It's primarily a photo collection. There are some ephemera material related to it as well. When I select crew photos, you'll see I get this rather extensive screen that shows me the collection. You can actually read an abstract. You can look at this media and see what types of material is in the collection. Again, the abstract will summarize the collection for you. If we scroll down, you can see how the collection was arranged. In this case, the crew photos are organized by the pilot's last name. Just so you know, this is what we call in the archival business a finding aid. A finding aid basically indexes a collection to make the material accessible. If I click on the Photos by Alpha collection, again, I get the finding aid. I can read a summary of the collection in the abstract. I can read about how the collection is organized. I also want to draw your attention to this left-hand side of the screen. This is going to list all the containers held by a collection. So you can see this collection has 12 boxes total, and it contains the subject matter A through B. This one is B, so it's all alphabetic. This way you can actually select a particular box. Let's say I'm interested in air rescue staff. I can select the box, this file. You can see here that I can read a description of both the box and the individual contents of the file. Moving back to our home screen, I just want to show you one other feature, Browse Collections. This actually allows you to browse collections alphabetically. So any letter that's blue colored, you can see we don't have any collections starting with D. You can click on and you're going to get a list of collections that have that as their first letter in the title. You'll notice there's a little caveat to this, so you see crew photos listed under C, but you'll also see the Jerome Cole collection and the Louis Cusano collection. This is because when a collection is named after an individual, we still file it by the person's last name. I hope this has been helpful for you and will allow you to begin your journey using our archival catalog to research the items held in the Joseph A. Moller Library. Thank you so much for watching.